Google's new anti-gravity tool is a cheat code, but 99% of you are using it wrong. You are treating it like a chatbot. I found a specific workflow that turns it into software agency. In this video, I'm going to show you the hidden features inside the anti-gravity that let you speed up your workflow and build amazing tools in just 10 minutes. So let's just get started. So starting off, the first step is to download the Google's anti-gravity. You can just search it up on Google, antigravity.google, and you will get a button to download it for the Windows. Also, you can download it for the macOS if you're using an Apple computer, but I have Windows, so I'll just have to download it for the Windows. So now let's open up the anti-gravity and let me explain some things. So here you write the prompt, so you insert everything for prompting inside this box. You can choose different modes, it's planning and it's also fast. I usually use just planning. Then we can choose different AI models. You can see there's Gemini 3 Pro, we have Gemini 3 Flash and all of the other things. We also got a cloudy model right here, and basically I always try to use the Gemini for prompting because it generates the best results. Now, on the left side, we can have all of these controls, so you can see all your files in here. Now, moving on, you can also run code here and just other cool things. So to start a new project, all you have to do is click on open a folder, create a new folder. So let's just name it app123 and just select this folder and let's open it up. So just trust everything it says, and now we got a working project. So you can imagine anti-gravity as your workstation because you can do a ton of stuff in here. And many people fail because they just give a code, just give me an app, and usually AI knows how to do things, but it doesn't have eyes. So you have to explain everything to AI before starting a project. That's why we will build a project guidelines and we will give AI some inspiration inside this project. So to get everything started, I'm gonna use the cloud to write our guidelines and challenge us to give us ideas for our project guidelines. What I'm gonna ask is, I want you to challenge my thinking. I want to create an app that tracks my habits, for example. Give me questions and let's create an amazing dashboard for it. So this is what I'm gonna ask AI to do. So let's just give this prompt and Cloud will actually ask you some questions. So you just have to answer all of these questions and then you will get a very good guideline for your project. So now I'm gonna answer them real quick. Now when the AI answers all of your questions, we're just gonna give it a simple prompt to make us an SOP. So make an SOP with 500 words to help me build this one-page app with AI. I need a prompt. So basically this is what I'm gonna ask, and now it gives us a standard operating procedure, and we're just gonna copy all of this right now. So let's just wait a bit. This is the prompt we asked for. So now I copied the prompt and I went back to the anti-gravity, and let's paste this prompt inside here. So in this chat box, and now we need to get some kind of visual for the initial dashboard. So I just found this picture on Google and I do like it, so let's save it. So now let's just upload it. And as you can see, it's right here on the top. Now we're just gonna send this code to the anti-gravity and let's wait a bit while it's generating. And here's one cool thing about it. As you can see right here on the left, we have different editors and they are working at the same time. So what is actually going? One editor is doing our tasks and other is doing our implementation plan. And one thing about it, you can also upload your own folders in here. So for example, if you have your brand guidelines, all you have to do is go to your folders and just drag a guidelines in here. That's super easy. So basically you just go to files, you have some brand guidelines for example, you just paste them in here. And now you have brand guidelines inside AntiGravity that it can follow them. So yeah, that's super nice. It can be a PDF file, it can be a PowerPoint file, doesn't really matter. Also, one cool thing about it, you can insert new files. So if you click on file, you can choose, for example, new text file, and you can just insert everything that you want in here. And you can just name it, for example, guidelines. If you don't have a PDF, you can ask AI to generate guidelines for this project, for example. So imagine this like you have a ton of different files in here and the AI can read all of them. You can insert your brand logos, you can insert any other data about your brand, so it will get the best results out of your ideas. That's super insane. Also, what you need to know, you can add comments on AI generated results. So for example, it chose this tech stack, so its framework is React, and you can just select on it, comment, and you can add anything about it. So if you want to choose other things, you can just add comments in here. You can type it up and add comment, and AI will analyze your comment and adapt to it. So if you want to get the best results, you can change, for example, the icons. If you know some better things, you can just try to do these icons instead of these. AI will also implement your comments into your website or your app. So this is very cool. And we also have the same thing if we go on to tasks. As you can see, AI create a task that it needs to do. You can also comment on these. So for example, if you don't like this tag or you want to adapt it a bit, like change it your own way, you can also comment it here. And AI will take a look at it and make it your way. So if you want to get the best results, I suggest also going through everything and analyzing if it's the best way possible. And here's one thing that separates AntiGravity from other AI tools. It does have agents. So let me show you how this works. As you can see on top of here, we have Open Agent Manager. So if we click on it, we're taken to the new page. And now let me explain how does it work. As you can see, we have different kind of websites. For example, app we've been working on, and this one is the app 1 to 3. It's building the habit tracker app. So how does AntiGravity stand out from other tools? You can select 5 working agents, for example, at the same time. So all you need to do is click this plus button, and it's a new conversation in the same project. So you can set up 3 working agents on the same project at the same time, and they're creating insane of things. So for example, we want to get the deeper analysis on our project. So all we have to do is just ask again. So analyze best habit tracking tools and do a deep research about them. And let's just say, give me 5 core things and they're using unique selling points. So we can just run it, and that's not it. We can set up even another one. So all we have to do is click on plus, and it's a new agent in the same project. So let's just say for this one, analyze habit tracking app competitors and look for what they are missing and give me results what I should add. Now we can run it too. So we have 3 working agents at the same time building the same project. So this is an insane speed. You can create an amazing things with that speed. And all we need to mention is that when you are done, create a file named competitors. So that's it. The AI will create a file for us inside our dashboard, and then it will use it for our upcoming prompts. Also, if you want to track what your agents are doing, it's very easy. As you can see, there is this button called Inbox. So if you click on it, you can see everything that's happening with your AI agents at the moment. So this one is doing competitor analysis and it's running. This one, when you're done, so it created a folder and the building And building habit tracker app is also running, so it's building the code for us. So as you can see, it's running. We can just click on run, so it will start it running, and you can track everything in this universal inbox. So when it's actually done generating, all we have to do is just say host it on localhost. That's it. So just type this prompt in to host it on your local host, and let's wait a second. So AI has just finished creating our app and it gave us a local access. So if we click on this link, we are taken to our app where we can edit everything. And here's what we got from just a single prompt and our reference image. So as you can see, the app is functional, but it's not about it. I want to show you more AntiGravity features that you can use to speed up your workflow and just make everything super insane. So if we go back to the AntiGravity, there's one thing you need to know. When you are building a project, AntiGravity is able to access your Chrome and look what it's doing. So it's very nice because it fixes itself. So AI is writing the code, it looks it up on Chrome, how it looks like. If it looks bad, AI fixes it itself. So there's a lot of time saved by this way, because AI also can look up your pages and see what it's doing and what's working and what's not. The next thing I would like to notice you is the AntiGravity has MCP servers. So for example, if I click on these three little dots on the top corner, and if I click on the MCP servers, as you can see, we have different MCP servers. For example, Cloudrun, Dart, Firebase for the backend, and all of the other cool things. So let's just say we want to have a Supabase. So if we write the Supabase and if we click on it, as you can see, I can install it right here. So connect your Supabase project to AI Assistant. So this what it does. This MCP server allows managing tables, fetching, executing SQL queries, and managing edge functions and working with database schema in your Supabase projects. So for example, let's install it and it asks us for our Supabase access token. So when you have a database inside Supabase, all you have to do is insert your Supabase token, so which I'm going to do in a second. So I just copied a token from Supabase. It's a publishable and it's not a real project. Let's just save it. And as you can see, it's reloading the MCP service list. So if we click on the tools, as you can see what Supabase is able to do, and you can select these things here. So you can search docs, list organizations, list projects, get cost, confirm cost, create project, pause project, and all of the other things which you can choose to let it do or not. So yeah, this is super cool, and this is what the AntiGravity is capable of. Now you need to know how you can actually set up AI workflows, for example, for debugging. So it's the same thing. You just go to these three little dots, and as you can see, there is a button for customization. So if we click on it, we can see we have some rules and we have a workflow. So you can create a global or workspace workflow. So just for example, let's create this workspace workflow. So for example, let's just call it debug. And here you can describe some kind of way to debug. So if you have a very good strategy of debugging, you can just paste this in here, and let's just save it as it is. So you just save this thing. As you can see, debug, we have this thing. So for example, let's just go to some random page, and now when we are back to an agent, if we press on it, as you can see, we have a debug option. So we can just select it and find a bug or fix a bug, for example, if it's a debugging thing. So here's how you can set up a workflows for AI to execute it for you with the clear instructions. Next thing you need to know, you have extensions. So on the left side, we have this button called extensions. So you can add different kind of apps in here. So you can just install them and use them inside your project. So you can try them out yourself and see maybe something will actually help you do some things. This is also very important. Now the next things for your app will be just to publish it online. You can do it on Vercel, converting it to GitHub. It's very simple and there's nothing more about it. Also, if you're thinking to upgrading your AI skills, I do have a free community, the link is in this video description, where people can discuss and help each other, and also I'm uploading some tutorials in my classroom, which you get access to private content which is not uploaded on the YouTube. So thank you guys for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video.